Candidate for the 18th District. Now, we don't have a special introduction tonight, so I'm going to do it, and that is for soon-to-be Congressman Steve O'Donnell. Steve O'Donnell, when I first spoke, and it was for the Obama campaign, it was at Barnes & Noble's, and it was me, it was Steve, it was John who just left, and it was Tony, and 5 or 6 other people. When I first heard Steve spoke, I said, I don't know. I mean, I didn't hear, he didn't, you know, it wasn't a long speech, and I wanted to get to know him. I said, well, you know what, because I expect a lot, I think we should all expect a lot out of our candidates. Then I saw Steve speak at the Unity rally. The way Steve spoke at the Unity rally is exactly how every single Westmoreland County person goes home and speaks about their government and what their government has not done for them. Steve O'Donnell knows what's wrong with the government. He knows what's wrong with Washington. And I don't have a doubt in my mind that if we elect Steve O'Donnell in the 18th District, that we will get a vote that counts, a vote that matters, and a vote that represents this county, Allegheny County, Pennsylvanians, and Americans alike. So let's hear it for the candidate for the 18th District, Steve O'Donnell.
And I really appreciate the opportunity to come out and speak with everyone for a few moments this evening. And let me tell you why. I've been campaigning now across the 18th Congressional District. And the 18th Congressional District is about 137 miles long. It begins up in the foothills of the Laurel Mountains. It comes down through Westmoreland County. It goes down Route 130 into Monroeville, Penn Hills, Wilkins, Trafford. Goes back down into the valley to Elizabeth Forward. Elizabeth Forward pops up, takes in almost all of the South Hills, goes up to Moon, Carnegie, and then heads on out to Washington County, all the way out to the Ohio border. It's a big district, and I've been all over this district for the past 13 going on 14 months, and I want to tell you this evening what people share with me. And they share this with me at carnivals, at community days, at parades, at informal times and opportunities when they open up to people who come by and say, hey, I'm Steve O'Donnell, I'm running for United States Congress. I'd like you to remember me when you go to vote. And what they say to me is, I'd like you, Steve, to remember these kinds of things. And here's what I am told on a regular basis. I work in my family, my wife works in my family, we make $40,000, $41,000, $42,000 a year. We don't have health care coverage through my employer, and we can't afford health care coverage. We go to the grocery store, and we can't afford the milk, the rising price of butter, the rising price of bread. I'm worried about my job. When my child is sick and I take my prescription that I might have gotten from the emergency room to the pharmacy, I can't afford to get it filled. And I hear this over and over and over again from every corner of the 18th Congressional District. Fellow Democrats, we have some heavy lifting to do on the 4th of November. We have some truly heavy lifting to do. We have to take back America. We have to take back our country. We have to send Democrats, not just to the United States Congress, not just to the office of the Presidency of the United States of America, but to every level of government. Because when Democrats become involved, they support the kinds of values that we all share. They support unions. They support union values. They understand that when union votes rise, all votes rise. They support middle-class families, working-class families. They're not going to trade off the environment for oil. They're going to find reasonable, practical, intelligent solutions to the energy needs of this country. They are not going to walk away and abandon 47 million people in this country, a number that is growing, and you don't have health care. They're not going to walk away from that. They're going to remember that this administration, Tim Murphy, Mr. Bush, Mr. Cheney, and the rest of them have led us into a war. Have led us into a war that costs $8 to $12 billion a month. $8 $8 to $12 billion a month. All of it on a credit card. 2.4 trillion and rising. This is an administration that has led us into a recession. This is an administration that has forgotten about the jobs and the needs of middle-class America. And on the 4th of November, we have that heavy lifting to do, but we can do it. We can do it if we all join together. We can make a real difference, and I mean this, a real difference in the lives of people around us. This is serious business that we are about. People that don't have health care, people that are choosing between medication and the heat in their family, in their homes. This is very serious business. And the way it gets done is by electing Democrats. And the Democrats that we have in this room tonight with Tony Bobbiani, with Mike Robardo, and with John Boyle are the kinds of individuals that we have to send to the Pennsylvania Senate and the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. They are going to represent your interests. And if you remember on the 4th, I would really appreciate it if you'd push the button, pull the lever for Steve O'Donnell for United States Congress, because it's going to begin there. Major, major paradigm changes in environmental management, in health care, in the economy, and we are not going to leave the American family behind as we go forward. I really appreciate your time and your effort. Thank you very, very much.